Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, recently Norwegian Cruise Line announced some changes to their testing policy, making it easier for cruisers. However, a lot of people have gotten some things wrong, so I just want to clear things up for you so you have all the proper information, and if you're heading on a cruise in like 3 weeks, you don't get messed up. Okay, so Norwegian Cruise Line announced that they are changing some of their testing policy. No longer will you have to do the 2 testing before you get on the ship. Right now, as the procedure stands, you take a home test 2 days before arriving at the cruise port, and then when you get to the cruise port, you take another test at the cruise port before being allowed on the ship. Well, that is all changing. They are no longer going to be testing you at the cruise port. Now, what this will do will greatly increase the efficiency of getting you on the ship. One thing they also noticed is that because they're doing the testing at the cruise port, they would start getting congested lineups. Lots of people sitting together, lots of people standing together, and that's kind of like the opposite of what you want, right? That's the kind of, you don't want a whole bunch of people standing around for a few hours together in one area without circulating and getting around. That's anti-COVID rules, if you will. So they're going to start eliminating that going forward. However, it's not taking effect right now. So many people are messaging me, yay, we don't need to take a test at the cruise port next week, or we don't have to take it on December 1st. No, it's not changing right now. It's changing January 16th. All current policies are still in place right now and will not change until January 16th. What's significant about January 16th? If you follow the channel, you know that's the day after the CDC makes all those rules voluntary. Funny how we're already seeing changes going forward and we haven't even reached that date yet. So as we've all been speculating, you're going to start seeing cruise lines ease up on some of those restrictions, not all at once. It's not going to be a free-for-all, but you're going to see some of those protocols taken away and making things easier. Now, Norwegian already has a mask-free policy when you're on the cruise ship because everyone, they're still going with that 95% and higher fully vaccinated going forward. And by the way, that also includes kids. So now the children can have the Pfizer vaccine, ages 5 to 12. They are now included in that. So if your children are vaccinated, you have your children vaccinated, they can get on the cruise and enjoy mask-free policy as well. Otherwise, you still have to apply, and chances are with Norwegian, you're not getting on the ship. I see more and more people who are unvaccinated not being able to get on Norwegian than some of the other cruise lines. So, yeah, that's it. That just, it's not taking effect right now. It's taking effect on January 16th. Now, that does not mean you don't have to bring a mask with you. That doesn't mean you don't ever have to go anywhere with the mask anymore on Norwegian Cruise Line because they're maskless and you don't have to get that test. And the reason for that is, well, before I tell you that, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It really helps the channel out. I know most of you out there watching have subscribed, and I thank you so much. And if you're just on the fence about subscribing, remember, it doesn't cost anything, and it really helps the channel grow, and I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so why am I saying that does not mean you have to leave your mask at home? That is because some of the countries that people visit, if you want to go on a shore excursion, you want to get off the ship, you want to wander around the cruise port, you have to wear your mask. For instance, Mexico. I was on a fully vaccinated cruise. You did not have to wear a mask anywhere on the ship at any time. But when we got off the ship in Mexico, we had to wear a mask the entire time, including outdoors. So, yeah. Check the protocols of the ports you're visiting, and remember, those can change because cruise ports have lifted restrictions and then they've added them back in again. if their country decided, not decided, but ended up having more and more cases start popping up. And yeah, it's quite a staunch difference when you come from a cruise ship that you don't have to wear a mask, and then you go outside into a 100-degree temperature in Mexico and outdoors and you're wearing a mask. And a lot of people are shocked by that, but those are the protocols in place in order to visit the countries. And remember, Mexico is one of those places that's open compared to a lot of the other Caribbean islands. In fact, they have reached now in Cozumel pre-pandemic levels on some days, with the amount of cruise ships that are arriving in Cozumel in a single day. So cruise ships are going there because they can, because they're open, and there's still some policies that you're going to have to take into consideration, even on a no mask wearing cruise ship. Well, I hope you appreciate this update. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.